Songwriter, singer-songwriter, composer, an all-round nice guy. Randy Newman is on the line. He's coming to Vicar Street on October 27 and 28th. How are you doing, Randy?
I'm good.
Amazing career. This is going to scare the living daylights out of you, but it spans 55 years.
Yeah, it does. I started when I was 15.
Yeah. So were you a songwriter for hire originally?
Yeah. And for quite a while, still am.
Yeah, I suppose it's come full circle, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to write for other people. Not always successfully, not always getting the records, but, trying to be Carole King and like I say, not always succeeding in getting the follow-up.
But people like Gene Pitney, Dusty Springfield, Peggy Lee,
right.
all recorded your songs.
That they did.
Yeah. How did it work back then? Did they come to you and say, have you got anything for me? Or did you sort of tout your stuff around?
You work for a publisher, and they'd sometimes say, we're looking for something for Pitney or someone like that. In those cases, they had written the song not specifically for anybody, and they just they had pitched it to Pitney or to the other people.
And were they bought outright, or did they give you sort of, I don't know, $500 for a song, or did you get royalties?
No, I under salary. I started like at when I was 16, I think, really, at like $50 a month, and which seemed like something, when I was in high school. I mean, it wasn't nothing. It was like professional. And then it went up a little, not much, and they owned the entire copyright, which I would advise anyone never to do, to give up their entire copyright. Business has changed a lot. I mean, when you sign with a record company now, they want everything. Part of your performing, publishing, everything. And, to get the deal, you almost have to do that.
And it was your dad's side of the family who were musical?
Yeah, they were.
So one of your uncles won 20 Oscars for composing?
He won 9, and he was nominated like 40 times.
Okay, was he? Right, okay. Yeah. So what sort of stuff did he do?
He wrote scores he did all the Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, virtually all of them, King and I, and I think he did Carousel. I know he did Carousel. He wrote the score for All About Eve and The Robe and How the West Was Won, Airport, Song of Bernadette, How Green Was My Valley. A lot of great pictures and a lot of great scores. He was really, really good.
So I suppose in the Newman, sort of family and extended family, 2 Oscars isn't really a lot to write home about.
No, for songs too. I mean, not for scores.
Yeah.
But I was nominated. I've been nominated 20 sometimes, so that's something.
Yeah. Do you go every time?
No. Every time I've been nominated, I think I've gone. Yeah.
Yeah, but and you're obviously there to receive the ones.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning, and then in the middle, you were very selfish and kept most of your songs for yourself.
I did when I started, and then they get recorded. When I do them. When I started, I got signed by a record company, and then 1967, 68, and then. Recorded my own stuff, and then people would record that stuff also. Luckily, and still, I mean, Barbra Streisand recorded "Think It's Gonna Rain," and so did Judy Collins and a lot of other people. So,
and Dusty Springfield, of course.
Dusty Springfield, yeah. Did a lot of stuff, and all good. Dusty Springfield did great stuff, records on all my stuff.
I didn't realize you had written "You Can Leave Your Hat On."
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And hit 2 times with Tom Jones and Cocker. Good records too.
Yeah, and then of course the Full Monty gave it another kick
That's
up
right.
behind. Yeah.
2 pictures.
Yeah.
Full Monty and 9.5 weeks.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
But this is the one. I love doing this because I was very aware of you. My older brother's a huge fan. He would know a lot more about you than I would. So I had to do a good bit of research because I'm in the Short People and I Love LA and Toy Story sort of bracket of your fans.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, but you wrote for that for Cop Rock. Tell people.
Yeah,
about,
I did the first show.
Yeah, tell people.
He talked me into it.
Tell people about Cop Rock.
Cop Rock was this Stephen Bochco, who's a very persuasive guy and a great guy. Who did Hill Street Blue and a number of police shows that were very successful. And he thought they could be a police musical. The first time he talked to me, I said, it can't work. I mean, it's the wrong audience for it. I mean, they want action. They don't want it to stop. And so I said, when I left, I said, goodbye, I'll see you later. And I tried, he said, no. And then he called me again and said, come on. I mean, I think, there's a spot for it. It's going to go on. And, we really need you to do the first show. And I thought about it. I said, well, I mean, I'll try. Let's see if it's possible. I mean, he knows what he's doing. And I thought it isn't the right audience. It's sort of a touch me, feel me type of audience you need. You don't want an audience that wants action because it's not going to be there enough. So I just wanted to see if it were possible. It turned out, that really it wasn't. But I did the first show, and I was satisfied with what I did. But it was an impossible proposition, and some of it worked, and some of it didn't.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it in a long time, and neither has anyone else.
When did your very successful relationship with Disney start and Pixar?
It's been 20 years. It's a 20-year anniversary of
Is
Toy
it?
Story 1.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary. Yeah.
Thank you, yeah. I just saw them all. They had a party about it.
Yeah. But you seem unlikely bedfellows, Randy Newman.
You're not kidding.
Say again?
You're not kidding.
Yeah. So how did it come about then? What happened?
Well, I mean, they liked the way I wrote for orchestra, and they thought, because of arrangements and other movies I'd done, Ragtime and Avalon and The Natural, and they were worried that since it was the first computer thing that would need warming up, that it needed a big orchestra, and they thought, liked the way I wrote for it. And that was it. And Lasseter hired me, and they liked the songs.
Yeah.
And they liked the humor in the songs.
You've got a friend in me.
Yeah, and that was the reason, both those. And the picture never needed, it didn't look cold ever. None of it did. But it did, it didn't need, it has used an orchestra. Every one of them has been orchestral. Not a lot of computer-type music in it. None, really.
It's there's three of them, and they
there's three of them, and I did Bug's Life and both Monsters University and Monsters Incorporated, and the other one, the Cars one, and they're doing another Toy Story 4.
When's that going to be hitting the big screens? Do you know?
2000, if I'm still alive, 17 maybe.
They're amazing, all three of them. Like the middle one is probably the weakest of the three, but it's still brilliant. Just amazing. And you wrote, of course, the best known is You've Got a Friend in Me, but there's that When She Loved Me. That's from Toy Story 2, which is very moving.
It's amazing. I'll tell you, they wanted a song there, and I wrote it, then they animated to what I wrote, and they told me what they wanted the scene to accomplish. And I thought, after it was done, after I wrote it, and they did it, I was amazed that I saw it in a preview with 5 to 10-year-olds. And I thought, well, they're not going to sit still for this. There was 2 minutes of this sort of sad song telling this story, and there wasn't a sound. And they really did. I mean, you know, they criticize, well, it's our country for being getting dumber and dumber. But boy, they're not where entertainment is concerned. I mean, they follow every bit of every story. I mean, they're just great at it. You know, they can follow Mission Impossible. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I think we underestimate them.
I underestimate audiences.
Yeah.
They really do. You don't have to play down to them one bit.
No. So have you got grown-up children?
Yeah.
Have you got grandchildren?
Yes.
Right. Are they hugely proud of Granddad?
I don't know. I thought I know. As my son, one of my older sons once said about my wife, you know, Dad, you didn't marry a fan.
Right. Well, I suppose that's a good thing in a way, is it?
You know, it is. You know, I didn't look for one, and you know, you don't want to be kept in your place all the time.
Right.
You don't want to be reminded you're just a regular person. You know, there's nothing special about you. You know, but that's why everybody who ever was on the road is still on the road. Because nobody's applauded at home. What the hell? We're still out there.
Whereabouts exactly are you now?
I'm in Curacao.
Right. Go on. Where is that?
About 60 miles off the Venezuelan coast. There's a festival or something, and it's a Dutch island, and I'm big in Holland. And it's like a festival, and I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I don't know who the audience is going to be.
Right.
But I'll either have to play very fast or not talk, or I don't know.
Because you obviously don't have to tour. You know, just from
I do. I think.
I don't
know how much money I have.
Go on, dude. Come on.
No, I don't. I'm not kidding.
What? But just like if anybody's listening here, all the things that I've said already, they go, you don't have to tour.
I tell you, I tell you the truth. I don't know where it went. I mean, I never lived that high that I recall. I mean, maybe in the 70s when I don't remember what I did.
Right.
But I do.
You're right.
I mean, I got to make money every year, I think.
But do you do it for your head as well?
Yeah, I like it, and it's easier than writing. And I like people applauding and being nice and saying, "Oh, I'm such a big fan of yours, and I saw you 20 years ago here and there." And you know, it's very nice. It never bothers me when someone comes up to me and says, I don't want to interrupt your meal, but I say, oh, go ahead and interrupt it. I don't care.
I watched that John Ronson sort of mini documentary he did with you.
Depressing, huh? I was writing at the time.
Depressing.
So I was a little depressed.
I really enjoyed it. I love John Ronson, and
he's great. Yeah,
that there was a sort of a scary similarity between the two of you, which probably made you feel quite uneasy. I would imagine. Did it?
No, it wasn't that. It's just that when I'm writing, I get a little down.
Okay.
And he caught me in a bad year.
Right. Okay. So it's Vicar Street, 27th of October and 28th of October. Randy Newman will be there, and I'm sure there will be a couple of thousand of your 200,000 fans that you have globally.
I hope so. It's always been about the best place in the world for me to play.
I think Irish people get you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
and they really do. And I've always got a lot back, and always enjoy it a great deal.
Yeah. You know, I'm sure somebody said it to you before, our thing of slagging. Have you heard that expression, slagging?
No, what is it?
It's already, taking the piss out of somebody. Slagging,
oh, yeah.
Slagging them, yeah. So, I suppose
I have an Irish song this time, too.
Oh, do you? Right.
Yeah, I wrote a new one.
Is it about Ireland, or...?
No, it's just that there was an old Tin Pan Alley Irish like we do in the U.S. Where is my wandering boy tonight? It was written in 1877, but I just took the title, and wrote a song with that title.
Great, and people will hear it when they
will
see
it. I'll play it.
Okay, and what about songs for Toy Story 4? Is there one, two?
Yeah, there will be, I think. That's what he told me.
Okay.
But, hard to say.
Right. Well, it's been a real pleasure talking to you, Randy Newman. Thanks for taking the time.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank your brother for me.
I will, yeah, well, one of the 200,000. Good luck.